I want you to look to your left because it's inbound at over 350 miles an hour from Altus Air Force Base in Oklahoma. Welcome the C-17 Globemaster 3. That is 70 degrees of bank, ladies and gentlemen, and an airplane that has a maximum weight of 585,000 pounds. Flying the aircraft today from Altus Air Force Base are Captain Buddy Martins, Captain John Dameron, Captain J.R. Moray, and the Globemaster's Staff Sergeant Jake Ellis and Staff Sergeant Al Castillo. Now, I've just named 5 guys. In actuality, this airplane is typically operated by a crew of 3, 2 pilots and 1 loadmaster because of an incredibly advanced roll-on, roll-off capability. Also, it has the ability to do airdrops of huge amounts of cargo from airspeeds anywhere from about 130 miles an hour up to 290 miles per hour. It's banking in from the right. You probably are closer to this airplane than you think you are because the engines that power the C-17 Globemaster 3 are Pratt & Whitney F-117 engines. Each engine generates about 41,000 pounds of thrust. But it's the same engine that is on a Boeing 757 jetliner. Yep, so if you've been on a Boeing 757, you've been powered by the same engine that is helping power this incredible airplane through the skies. Coming in for a very slow flight demonstration now. With its modern computerized glass cockpit with a heads-up display and the advanced cargo handling system, it's coming through very, very slow. It combines the intercontinental cargo carrying capabilities as large aircraft, such as the C-5B Galaxy. Those are over at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. Also, the C-41 Starlifter that has been retired, but also shares some capabilities of its younger and older and smaller cousin, the C-130 Hercules, in that it can really land in very, very short spaces and take off in very, very short runways as well. Stick over to the right, you're going to circle around, retracting the landing gear, the leading edge slats, and the trailing edge wing flaps that give it a huge wing area of over 3,700 square feet. That's a huge wing area that helps give it an incredible lifting capability. As a matter of fact, if you look at the specs on this airplane, it's capable of carrying up to 160,000 pounds of payload. It can even carry an M1 Abrams main battle tank. It's a huge, huge interior. Coming in from the right, we're going to see a demonstration of the maneuverability of the Boeing C-17. Originally built by McDonnell Douglas, the consolidation of the aerospace industry. McDonnell Douglas is now Boeing. The first flight was in 1991, September 15th of that year. And the airplane you see here is the 3rd most expensive airplane in the world after the B-2 bomber and the E-3 Sentry, one of which is on display here at the base, on static display here at Langley. It's very quiet. That's very important because if it's got to get in and avoid detection in a hostile area, having these engines be so quiet is a huge help. And we'll hear a little bit more a demonstration of just how quiet yet how loud the airplane can be. Circling around now, let me tell you a little bit more about it. As the wings of blue are coming by our bleachers, give them a nice wave, everybody. The wingspan of the C-17 is 169 feet 10 inches. On the edges of the wings are some protrusions that stick up. Those are called winglets. They help reduce drag. feet tall. Now I'm going to take you back 106 years. December 17th, 1903, the Wright brothers made their first powered flight at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. That flight took 12 seconds. It covered 120 feet. The wingspan of the C-17 is almost 40 feet longer than the first powered flight in history. And now look at it, able to carry about 80% of the load carrying capability of the C-5 Galaxy, but able to perform its duties from much shorter runways than the C-5 does. What the crew is doing right now, as Captain Buddy Martins and Captain John Dameron and Captain J. Arbore are doing, is setting up for a demonstration of the short field landing capability of the C-17. Now, they've got their gear down, they've got the flaps extended, they're going to come in at low power. As it lands, I want you to take a look at the engine nacelles, those pods in which the forefront with the engines are located. You will see panels open up to the side, and they will do a technique called thrust reversing. Instead of having the jet exhaust come out the back, they will redirect it to force it forward to help slow the airplane down extremely quickly to get it on the ground. Now, as it approaches, keep your eyes on it. When we get real close, Kent's going to fade it. Kent and Jerry are going to fade that music out so you can hear how quiet it is and then hear how loud it gets when it gets into reverse thrust. It's the same technique used in airliners as they land at commercial airports. Look at this. The C-17, 174 feet long. It's over 55 feet high. The tail is so big there's actually a tunnel in which crew members can get up in for maintenance on the vertical tail. Let's listen. Look at the number of tires. I think there are 18 tires. I'd hate to have to change the tires. That's the sound of it. Now watch this nacelles. That's about as loud as it's going to get right here. Sound effect compliments of Kevin Nisbet of Air Show 1. Backing it up. And by the way, it's Kevin's birthday today. Happy birthday, Kevin. Really. All right, now watch it turn around. Is he going to turn it around, boss, do you think? Now this runway is about 150 feet wide. They're actually going to turn it around right there. If they wanted to, they could back it up on the runway all the way to the threshold and then pour the power on it and take off in a very short space. But I hope you will join me in a round of applause for the C-17 Globemaster 3 demonstration here at the 2009 AirPower over Hampton Roads Air Show. Just amazing.